will say there are people that have come forward to share information with our committee over the last couple of years. I would imagine some of them are potentially some of the same people that perhaps he's referring to. I want to be very protective of these people. A lot of these people came to us even before these protections were in the law for whistleblowers to come forward.
Sorry, people who have had firsthand knowledge, who claim to have firsthand knowledge of seeing this type of thing?
Or have firsthand knowledge or firsthand claims of certain things. Some are public figures, and you've heard from them in the past. Others, have not shared publicly. And so we're trying to gather as much of that information as we can. And the reason why I'm being cautious, I'm not trying to be evasive, but I am trying to be protective of these people. Some of these people still work in the government. And frankly, a lot of them are very fearful of their jobs, fearful of their clearances, fearful of their career. And some, frankly, are fearful of harm coming to them. So some of these claims are things that are beyond sort of the realm of what any of us has ever dealt with. What I think we owe them is just a mature, understand, listening and trying to put all these pieces together and just sort of intake the information without any prejudgment or jumping to any conclusions in one direction or another. I will say I find most of these people at some point, or maybe even currently, have held very high clearances and high positions within our government. So you do ask yourself, like, what incentive would so many people with that kind of qualification, these are serious people, have to come forward and make something up?
But as a congressman, are we going to get any info, you think? Is this really going to be something in our life soon, you think?
Yeah, I actually do. So if you think about what we've done since I was last on the show, we had that hearing, which I think everyone agrees was completely unsatisfying. We didn't get any answers. I asked some basic questions about historical incidents they couldn't answer. So what do we do after that? We actually passed with Senator Rubio and Senator Gillibrand in the Senate. So I'm in the House, they're in the Senate. We passed the big aliens bill. And so this aliens bill did a few key things. One, it created a one-stop shop for all UAP reporting, something called AARO, the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. So if somebody has information they think is relevant, if somebody's working in the intelligence community, if someone is working for a defense contractor and they have information related to UAPs, they can report it to AARO, which is critical. We also tasked AARO with doing a bunch of homework, so doing a historical report on every incident going back to 1945, because again, they couldn't answer basic questions about the Malmstrom incident. So AARO owes us a bunch of reports looking through the historical records. And then most importantly, and this is absolutely critical, we created kind of the mother of all whistleblower processes, where if you want to come forward, but you're afraid of being punished or afraid of breaking what's called a non-disclosure agreement, an NDA, we have a process where you can talk to Congress or you can talk to AARO and say, hey, I saw this, I saw that, I was part of this program. And so that was a monumental piece of legislation. And what's happened since we passed that is all sorts of
How many
are coming out of the woodwork.
How many? Why is now the time we need the information more than ever before?
Because we keep getting more of these incidents that people are reporting. I think as technology gets more ubiquitous and democratized, people have more access to imagery and things like that. It's just impossible to deny. And for the first time ever, at least in my lifetime, as a result of I think that hearing and the destigmatization of this process, because the other problem was, even if you had legit like Top Gun pilots coming forward, they were getting ridiculed by all the people that they worked with.
Matt?
So now with this whistleblower process, people are coming out of the woodwork. We've also had people separately that are going public and doing interviews based on claims that they're making. David Grusch did an interview with The Debrief. There's Chris Mellon has written an op-ed recently, and they're claiming that there is a long-standing program to reverse engineer crash materials that people have discovered on the Earth that could have extraterrestrial origins. So all this discussion is happening out in the open like nothing I've seen. And I think it's a result of the hearing and the legislation. We've still got a long way to go, but it's coming out.
As a congressman, have you seen compelling evidence that we're actually seeing something really weird in the skies that might affect national security or global security, for that matter, that might be not of this earth?
Oh, 100%. 100%. No question.
Now, with what we see out here in the public, we see little bits and pieces of footage. Have you seen more compelling evidence than what's out there publicly that you would see on in the mainstream media?
Heck yes.
You are saying to the human race, for the first time, we are not alone.
we're definitely not alone.
Claims that our government has proof of alien life.
We have spacecraft from another species.
We do, yeah.
How many?
Quite a number. Some are landed, some are crashed.
Allegations of a secret government program that has hidden the truth, the technology, from the world.
There's a sophisticated disinformation campaign targeting the U.S. populace, which is extremely unethical and immoral. And it's totally frightening.
From Roswell to the present day.
We're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west.
There are non-prosaic cases, 100% unexplainable. I mean, this is like tangible technical craft they're seeing.
Is this decorated officer a liar?
Why should we believe you?
A fool?
Is it possible that you're deluding yourself?
Or a hero?
I'm a patriot, and I believe in truth to power in this.
We're talking about the biggest secret in human history.
I'm not surprised in the least, Elizabeth. I think we're all entitled to be sceptical. I think what Mr. Grusch wants, though, is for his allegations to be tested. I mean, one of the things I think that people need to remember is he has given evidence under oath to both of the intelligence committees in the Congress, the House Intelligence Committee and the Senate Intelligence Committee, and he's also given evidence under oath to the Inspector General of the intelligence community. And his allegations have been supported by the Inspector General as being both urgent and credible.
Douglas Dean Johnson's written it up the best, where he writes about how the new Senate intelligence bill that Kirsten Gallagher is pushing, it gives holders of non-Earth origin or exotic UAP material 6 months to make it available to the all-domain anomaly resolution office.
Yeah, but Ross, doesn't that just give them 6 months or more to hide their shit?
Okay. People are going to question what I'm about to say. What if some of that shit is so big it can't be moved?
Is that what you're saying, Ross? Is that what you've been told?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
How big is big?
Big. So big they built a building over it in a country outside of the United States of America.